Hey, what's up everybody? It's IAmVeryMoist, and it's time for another weekend movie showdown, yes. However, this one's a bit different for two reasons. One, we have 3 movies coming out this weekend, so it's going to be a trifecta force to compete with each other. And these movies come out July 2nd as opposed to on the weekend, because the weekend's July 4th. People are barbecuing, watching fireworks, RTX, and doing other things. So they like to have these movies come out 2 days before the big weekend holidays, what have you. If you're from a different country, I don't care. This is about America. So those 3 movies we're talking about that come out July 2nd are Tammy, Deliver Us from Evil, and Earth to Echo. So let's break these movies down just a bit. Let's talk about Tammy. Tammy is starring Melissa McCarthy and Susan Sarandon and a couple other people. I believe Melissa McCarthy was writing this with her husband for many years, and now they're finally making the movie. And to me, this doesn't really look all that good, in all honesty. And for a couple reasons. Personally, I don't like Melissa McCarthy that much. I feel like she does the same shtick every time in every movie. I enjoyed her in Bridesmaids, but that's about it. She's kind of like Jonah Hill to me, sort of, and Adam Sandler. They're really the same kind of stuff over and over again, and I really don't find them funny. Certain times they can be, and certain times they don't. However, in this case, it seems like it's Melissa McCarthy just for an hour and a half. I hope it's only an hour and a half. I could not imagine it being 2 hours. And basically the story of this is Melissa McCarthy's character, Tammy, is fired from work, finds out that her husband is leaving her, so she takes her grandma, played by Susan Sarandon, and they go on a road trip sort of together. And that's basically it. However, it will probably be successful because it's a comedy, and comedies tend to do well, especially Melissa McCarthy movies, so it'll probably do very, very well. Next, we have Deliver Us from Evil. This is a horror movie directed by Scott Derrickson, who did Sinister, and now he's doing Doctor Strange. So this guy is a character you might want to get to know, because he's going to be around for a bit, and he's going to be directing Doctor Strange, so get ready for that. However, Deliver Us from Evil is a horror film. And it's an interesting one, because this one not only is coming out over the summer, kind of like The Conjuring did last year. This one is a bit different, at least to me. I've seen no trailers from this. I have absolutely barely any research on this. I mean, that doesn't really credit me well, however. The movie is about an NY police officer who teams up with a priest who is renowned for knowing a lot in the art of possessions and exorcisms. And basically they band together to kind of find out what's going on in New York as far as all these crimes that are being committed, and a lot of them seem to be traced with exorcisms and just possessions. So it's an interesting sort of crime thriller slash horror film. An interesting blend, sort of. I'm not sure how well that's going to go. It's interesting to me. Never seen anything quite like it, at least in my opinion. I will definitely be checking this one out because I love horror films. I loved Sinister, so Scott Derrickson is pretty okay in my books, and I'm hoping that this goes well as Doctor Strange in the future. So if you're looking for a horror film this weekend, you're going to want to check out Deliver Us from Evil. Now, whether or not Deliver Us from Evil is going to do well in the box office is still up for debate. Now, horror movies, time and time again, haven't done really well in the box office recently. Not many critics seem to enjoy them, and fans can be a bit of a miss. However, when you get a Texas Chainsaw 3D or a Fright Night 3D, despite how good it may be, audiences will turn up, and I know audiences will turn up. They'll turn up for this movie. I know that for a fact. However, will it be really, really good and do well as far as critics, and will it bring in the money this weekend? That's still up for debate. However, I think it will do pretty well regardless, because it is horror films, and horror films do have that sort of audience. I don't foresee it doing particularly well, especially with Rotten Tomatoes. However, fingers crossed. I love seeing horror movies do well because they're my favorite genre. So let's move right along into Earth to Echo. Earth to Echo is directed by Dave Green and stars a whole cast of random little kids that you've never seen before. And the director mentioned that he liked working with kids that were unknown because no one went in with a bias, sort of expectation into the film. So I think that's a good idea. And not only does it kind of not give us a biased expectation with the actor and sort of notions as to how we think they're going to do, it also introduces new characters and new actors to movies, basically. So if these kids do really, really well, and I'm hearing they're doing fantastic in this movie, hopefully they have a good future ahead of them. Earth to Echo is about a bunch of kids who, and it's found footage, mind you, and they find this thing in the woods, and it ends up being like an alien robot sort of thing, and they embark on an adventure to, I believe, get it to go back home. Earth to Echo. I think Echo's trying to go home and see his mom. I don't know. So as far as how Earth to Echo will do in the box office, I think it's going to do very, very well because it is a family-friendly film as opposed to Tammy and Deliver Us from Evil, which were both R-rated films. Adults can take their kids to see Earth to Echo, so that's going to bring in the extra cash. And I think overall this weekend, out of those three movies, Earth to Echo will be ending up in the number one out of those three this weekend. Now, whether or not it's going to be fresh or rotten, and whether or not it's going to suck or be really, really good is all subject to debate. I hear great things about it regardless, and I think that, you know, despite if it's really, really sucky or if it's really, really good, it's definitely going to be the one that comes out on top this weekend. So now I want to know what you guys think of these three movies. Tammy, Deliver Us from Evil, and Earth to Echo. Which movies are you looking forward to? Which movies are you going to see? Comment below, let me know what you're most excited for. And for everything TV, movies, games, and technology news, please stay right here to get in the know.